Well, good morning, this is John again. As you can see, I don't know if you can see, but there's tons of plums and grapes here in pots ready to be processed. It's harvest time here in Happy Valley. Today I'm going to do a camera review. This one's called PowerShot D7. It's funny because the writing is very similar to Canon, because this one was $18.75, real cheap. So let's check it out. PowerShot D7. Now what do we have here? We have photo fashion frame, multiple photo styles. It does have a beauty style in the photographs anyhow. 3600 milliamp battery, hot boot screw interface, and a 28 times zoom. I bet that's wonderful. Anyhow, let's just open this up. And that's it. So let's just see what else we get first. And what we get in this batch is a camera manual operating instructions, and that is the right camera, so that works out smashing. Well, you have a little lanyard to hang your camera off, nice one. Also comes with a power USB cord to charge the camera and to transfer data into your computer. And that brings us to the camera. It's a nice size, I tell you. Look at the size of that lens cover, very nice. What is funny though is this piece of shiny circular metal is supposed to line you up when you're shooting yourself. So it's very shiny, you can actually see yourself in there. That's pretty good really. Low tech, it's got a little flash on there, and it's also got a light, so it acts as a light too. And lets you know we've got Wi-Fi and 64 megapixels, not pistols. Auto-focus lens, 4K, I don't know what that means. Auto-focus might be some camera terminology. In the side here we've got a little door which allows you to get to the SD card, so one of them large ones. And on the back we've got the monitor. Now on the monitor we've got these buttons here. And I'll turn it all on, let you see what happens, just to let you know that's the delete button. Delete button, yes. And this is the little removable part here for a hot shoe. These are not real, these are just things to keep hold of. This is for a USB connection to put data from your camera into your computer when you're downloading the video or photographs. This is a speaker obviously, and this is a headphone jack and also mic input, I believe, so that's great. And the best thing about this, what I think, is the 1/4 hole in the bottom, so you can mount it on a tripod. And I have a feeling that the only way this will work well is if it is mounted on a tripod. So let's turn it on and see what we got going on here. There's a power button there, and that's the shutter switch. So you press the power button down, you hold it, and that's what we come out with. I don't know what's the best focal length here for seeing this, but you've got a choice between camera, video camera, microphone, maybe cloud or something, Wi-Fi, and a scratch record player. What that's for is you can put SD card with music on it and it will play through your camera. I don't understand that, but maybe for traveling or something like that. So the first thing we've got here is the camera. There we go, that's letting you see what we got. Let's put a plum there so we can see that it actually does work. And as you can see, that's not a bad image, not a bad image at all. Let's take a picture, press this down, and that's the thing, you press the shutter button halfway down, that focuses it, and then once it's focused you just press all the way down. One more time. Focused, and then there. And you know it's working because these numbers go down. It was 12, now it is 11. So there we go. This tells you it's in camera mode, a picture of a camera. I've got 64 megapixel setting on it as far as resolution. It's in photo mode and it's anti-shake. It says there, TF card, and the flash is turned off. This tells you how many photographs you've taken. The bottom one just shows you your plenty of battery here, ISO, EVO, AWB and menu. Okay, so that's that. Now then, when you want to get to your menu, the first thing you do is you press this star. Press it down once and that takes you into choices of what modes you want to be. I'm going to go here, so it's flashing, you press OK, and then once you get to that you can press OK one more time. Now the resolution in video is 1080 or 1920 1080, or you can have 4K at 30 frames per second or 720. And set up here we've got screen bright, date time. Yeah, see, did it again. So that's where there's a bit of a glitch in the chip or wherever it is, the programming. But you've got plenty of choices here. And this little button here, press that down. This is where there's files here. There, and you can press OK, no file. Okay. Why, hello there, this is John. I'm recording on this $20 camera. It's a really nice looking camera, it looks nice. It's a bit temperamental, but I hope it works okay. That's all we want, isn't it? You just want to take good video. So we're recording in 4K right now. I'm going to walk around, see. Now we're recording in 1080p in bright sunlight. I don't know how that's working out. We're in 720. And I'm just wondering if there's image stabilization, because it doesn't say there's supposed to be a hand shows up in the monitor shaking, but it isn't. We are now back in 4K and I'm going to try some different mode filters and see how that works out. But what is working out is that the cucumber seems to be growing great down there. Now recording in black and white in 4K. I wonder how this is all working out. It's probably not very stable, but we'll see. Next one. This resolution is called real. Why? I don't know. Looks alright, yeah. Oh, nice. That looks pretty nice though. The colours through the monitor look nicer than what's actually happening out there, so good job, Ray. And the next one is called warm. Surprisingly enough, this one's called cool, because it's more blue oriented, except for that red chair. Now we go into high saturation filter. I don't know how that all works, but apparently everything's going to be highly saturated. Now we're in the low saturation mode. Now we're in the red filter. That's kind of interesting. I mean, you're getting different moods, and that's kind of alright too. And now I've got some green. Would that have something to do with green screen? I don't know. Now everything's in blue. And this is yellow. Look at that, all the little fungi growing on the underside of that tree in there. Purple filter. Interesting. Even infrared. Wow, that makes the bird bath and pedestal look pretty good. Now we're going into binary. Now what does that mean? I mean 2, does that just mean black and white? And this one says brown. It's pushing the browns, which looks pretty good actually. Yeah, that looks pretty good. But look at that, the detail's decent. That's decent detail. Now we're in the land of negative. Man. Well, I must admit, I'm very impressed by the monitor on this camera. It works much better than pretty much all my other monitors on the camera. On their cameras, you know, and see everything. I don't know what there is, technology or what. Well, hi there. So far this camera's working really well. This what is it, D7 I believe. Now we're in high saturation. I'm sitting here at Starbucks having a coffee. That's not bad, we'll put plenty of cream in. Now we're in the yellow filter. I don't know if it looks good or not, but it's yellow. Okay, this one now is in the purple hue style. I don't know what now we're talking about the infrared spectrum. It's the infrared filter on this camera. And as you see, it's probably quite good. What makes it quite good is the fact that this camera does not have any image stabilization. Okay, this song is obviously called Rockin' Chair. We're in the negative filter. Well, apparently you just need your rocking chair, so what one do about that? All I can say is cheers and let me get some sugar. Why, this is great. I'm really enjoying myself. I've been in Starbucks for their wonderful coffee. What a place. What a fun time. What a noise. The 720 baby rabbit. Here you are. How you doing, little fella or lady? I've grown some licorice and it's coming on really well, man. Yes, you know that we've got another project here. I've just painted this frame that I found. It was a window frame. Well, now we have the anti-shake turned on. Is that really working? I don't know. What kind of video is it taking? It's funny, it's got like a little piece of mirror on the front of the camera. That's supposed to be your front image.